Good evening, I'm Danica Lewis. We now know the names of those involved in yesterday's deadly shooting in Montfort. Morgan Slatt and her two sons, 6-year-old Jackson and 8-year-old Joseph, were all shot in the head inside of the home they had just moved into a couple of months ago. News 3's Leah Linscheid has been following the story since it happened, and she brings us the latest details out of Grant County.
Since Friday night, Montfort residents have been reeling from news of the death of a 6-year-old boy in their town and asking what could have happened that night. Now tonight, the sheriff's office here in Lancaster is answering some of those questions. Deputies say they're investigating this case as a homicide. They're looking into the idea of a murder-suicide along with other possibilities. Sheriff Nate Dreckman says they found 6-year-old Jackson Slatt dead in his home on East Main Street Friday afternoon. 8-year-old Joseph Slatt and his mother, 27-year-old Morgan Slatt, were both taken to a hospital in Madison. Both are in stable but critical condition tonight. No one has been arrested in the case, and deputies still aren't naming a suspect tonight, leaving some questions still unanswered.
This process may take several weeks to complete. Until that time, the Grant County Criminal Investigation Unit continues to follow all leads and collect any additional information that may be located.
Deputies say the father of Jackson and Joseph has been notified, and he is not a person of interest in this case. For now, I'm Leah Linscheid for WISC News 3.
Leah, thank you. And tonight we are learning more about the mother of the two boys, Morgan Slatt. Now, neighbors say she and her sons moved to the area around Thanksgiving. This right here is video from our sister station in Tulsa. The mother of the two boys involved in the shooting recently lived in Oklahoma, where in April an area church helped build her and her family a new home. Again, the father of the two boys does not live in the same house as the family, but the sheriff told us tonight that he is in the area. That man is not a suspect, investigators say. Neighbors in the small community, though, still in shock, and they say they knew little about the family.
All of a sudden, we'd see him outside. We'd see her outside smoking or just kind of hanging outside. The kids were really friendly. They were outside. They'd wave to you if the car was going by and everything like that. But otherwise, I don't think hardly anybody knew them or anything.
The Grant County Sheriff telling us tonight they do not believe drugs were involved. Investigators also say the family was living with another couple who were related to the Slatts. Those two were not home during the shooting, and the sheriff says they were not involved. Community members have already begun to make a makeshift memorial in front of the house. One of the pastors from Montfort United Methodist Church is asking anyone who wants to pay their respects to leave stuffed toys, flowers, and notes of encouragement at the house. Now, we want to reiterate, the sheriff tells us the public is not in danger at this time. We'll continue to update you on this tragic situation once we learn more.